for the outside world.
The Reverend has a newspaper sent to him once a week. He keeps in touch that way. Of course, the poor man lost his grip a long time ago. Lost his grip and fell off, you might say. But we loved him anyway, and the guy would use any excuse to talk about this damn mine fire. I mean, he is trying to raise the cash to put it out.
What are his chances?
You see anything around here that even looks like a dollar bill? Still, I've hardly ever seen him look as happy as he looked this morning that something's happened. I mean, he's even got that dummy of his talking again.
Well, Sandy's got his religion back, huh?
They both went off to give thanks.
Well, we'll have to have a talk with them when they get back from the tabernacle.
They didn't go to the tabernacle. They went to the bank. And meanwhile, I'm stuck here.
Yeah.
Look. How old would you say she is?
About 20.
Julie was 21 when that was taken.
She certainly is beautiful.
The police have suspended the search. That was Calvin's news.
I'm sorry.
The only thing that I've had to go on is a letter from the fellow that she ran off with. He said that he was going to kill her and then come and find me as well.
Jesus, what did you do?
He said we betrayed him.
And did you?
So I never even met the guy.
Well, you were her mother, weren't you?
What's that got to do with anything?
You never approved of him.
How'd you know that?
Says so in the letter.
Does that give him any reason to kill me?
Oh, Jesus, I've seen some strange people on this planet. I'm related to many of them. This guy sounds real sick.
Well, I don't mind telling you, it's been 3 years since I got this letter, and I'm still scared.
I suppose you've ever thought of just giving up the search.
No, not me. I want to stop until I'm satisfied. And I figure if I can be patient, he can too. So far, it's just been a whole lot of dead ends all over the state.
If there's anything I can do.
And all this chasing around has worked its magic. I had to sell my place back in Philadelphia.
Is Calvin any help?
Cal has got fallen arches. He also has degrees from several matchbook universities. Oh, he's not just a detective. Oh, no. He's also into home brake realignment, home plumbing, radar and sonar equipment you can build at home.
Lots of interest there.
Right. And I guess that we've just sort of gotten to accept things in each other. Well, it's an expression. If a criminal trial lasts longer than a year, the jury will vote to acquit regardless of the evidence. Well, that could apply to Cal and me. We're close. And he's been with me ever since we started the search.
You never decided to quit. Just go home.
Well, at the moment, home is a loose interpretation for something I haven't got. Looks like I'm going to have to get out and start singing again, make some money.
You know, that's not a bad idea.
Did you ever hear of a place called a 20 Grand Club in Philadelphia? Or was that before your time?
I think...
Don't answer that. And they turned it into a disco roller rink now, I believe. The Mafia's got it, I'm sure.
Mafia's got Philadelphia.
Oh, you heard?
Yeah, I'm from there.
Oh. Well, I used to go to the 20 Grand Club when I was underage. I'd sneak away from the nuns and go see Billie Holiday.
Oh, God.
At that time, it was one of the few really integrated bars in South Philly. I had the deal worked out with the bartender. I'd chop ice for the oyster bar, and he'd let me stay. Oh, God. The smoke in that place. Have you got any music on this thing?
Lesson number 3, score. No. Yeah, well, you know. Why don't you try singing in that place?
Oh, you gotta be kidding. I was nowhere near the right league.
If you're selling yourself short.
Well, you're very kind, but no, I was headed for the Roadhouse circuit. That was more my speed. You know, one of those fur-lined cocktail piano joints with the blonde furniture and the drunk at the bar holding his hands over his face, singing Up and Away, Junior Birdman. Jesus. Come to think, I would have married one of those maniacs. He was drunk the night he came at me, knife in his hand. I had to get his gun and finish him off. Old Edward. Only good thing we ever had together was that girl. She up and ran off with some stranger.
I wish I could help you.
20 grand club. Now, what I wouldn't give for 20 grand.
You know, I guess I've always been pretty lucky in that way. You know, I mean, I've always managed to come up with the amount that I need.
Yeah?
Yeah. Here, I'll show you what I mean. Here. Turn to page 248.
What for?
Go on, you'll see.
Oh, Jesus. This isn't real, is it?
What do you think?
I think it's beautiful.
I'm mighty proud of it myself. I found it right there on that page.
You mean somebody just left it here in this book?
Uh-huh.
Well, then what are you doing staying in a dump like this when you got $1,000 tucked away?
I like this place. I need the privacy so I can do my work. See, I draw. I'm an artist. And as far as this is concerned, I keep it as an investment because it brings me luck.
Well, I don't know what you find is lucky about this place.
Would everyone please lower their voices?
Well, what do you know? Here come the plague years.
Someone's been shooting a gun off in my ear.
It's called a hangover, honey. You've had it for 2 days straight.
Oh, yeah? What are those? Firecrackers?
I don't think so.
If you ask me, sounds like somebody just caught somebody.
Probably using your gun.
Knock it off.
Country justice.
That's right.
Well, what are you going to do about it?
Well, I'm going to sit here and compose a long letter to the governor of the great state of Pennsylvania and complain about the number of stems and seeds in this Canadian dope. And ask him to direct his personal attention as to why our neighboring states to the east may enjoy Colombia and where we're stuck with an inferior smoke. Yours sincerely, Cal. Or Calvin. Yeah. Hey, you look familiar.
He works here, you cluck.
Listen, that was all of his tape deck, wasn't it?
Yeah. Reverend gave it to me.
That Oliver was one clumsy fool. He loved to show off.
Parker Smith.
Yeah.
He's an artist.
Yeah, you make any money out of it?
Might surprise you, but I do.
Listen, nothing surprises me anymore.
We'll see about that. Go on, show him what you got there. Calvin, you're not going to believe this.
Yeah.
Hey, wait a minute. Where'd this come from?
What?
Holy, $2,000.
Each bill measures 2 5/8 inches by 6 1/8 inches with a thickness of 43 1/1000th of an inch. Can you tell any difference?
Well, aside from the serial numbers, no, I can't.
Neither can 99% of the banks in this country.
Oh, my God.
I make very good money indeed.
Hey, Reverend, come here. Take a look at this. Have you ever seen one of these before?
Yes, as a matter of fact.
Tell him, Reverend.
Oh, Mr. Smith is a very generous young man. He just donated $1,000 to the Blue Light Mission.
Let's see it. This will never make it beyond the teller. They can spot these things. Let's see it, Reverend.
I cashed it.
You have any trouble with it?
No, they held it under a special light for a second, and they cashed it and thanked me. Did I do something wrong?
No, sir. You did exactly the right thing.
Well, the date on this bill says 1947.
Yeah, they stopped printing them in the late 50s.
Yeah, so the bill you gave him, when was that printed?
Tuesday.
Reverend, do you have any idea what this handyman of yours has been doing in his spare time?
All right, now, let's get better acquainted.
Oh, my God, what have I done?
Think of it this way, Reverend. You may have just done God's will.
Parker, I don't like the word counterfeiter.
And there's no reason you should have to say it.
But doesn't that accurately describe what you do? To copy with intent to defraud.
Well, I guess so.
Then you admit to making forged bills?
I prefer to call them works of art.
Forged money.
Reproductions, then.
What do you do with them after you make them?
I exchange them.
You sell them?
I exchange them at banks.
Yeah, for $1,000 apiece.
Face value, not a penny more.
Well, have you ever been caught?
Never. I told you, I'm an artist.
But you make forgeries.
Oh, right. What are you going to do with me?
I'll call the police.
I don't have a phone anymore, Cal. The Bell people came and took it out.
Don't worry, Reverend, I'll have a new one installed.
Let's stay out of this.
Oh, we have to think of something to do with him, Paul.
You know, he doesn't seem to be very worried about the fact he's been caught engaging in a federal crime here.
I wish I knew what to do.
May I offer a suggestion? Yeah, I think I can take care of this pretty quick. I came here to work out an arrangement with someone, and I just chose you. I like you folks.
Get on with it.
I am only suggesting that we cooperate, work together. I have some very precious commodities that include damn near the right paper and exactly the right ink. I've been perfecting this for a long time. God, this here is the original. It's legal, if you prefer the word. I use this original against my copy. God. Making obvious modifications in the serial number, so forth, but something guides my hand. You know, it's like I'm dreaming, and when I'm finished, it's all the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. Now, my only real problem here is I have this criminal record, and making regular treks off to the bank, it's a bit risky for me, and that's where you folks come in. You could do the legwork while I concentrate on my own responsibilities.
You realize what you're asking us to do?
Just what the Reverend did this afternoon. Of course, we'd work on a much larger scale. I'd make a lot of money. Which, for all of us.
Oh, listen to that. It's a bribe.
No, it's a percentage. I divide up the job so no one would feel overburdened. We should work together. And I know just how to do it.
Do you have any more of these?
Lucille.
Well, I was just asking.
Well, do you?
Just the original and the copy.
Let me see
Look,
that.
we can use these as evidence against you.
My God, it's shameful. How much of this kind of paper do you have?
Enough for 250 of those.
250. He came here with the intention of making these so that we could catch them. And then I suppose we'd get a percentage?
Yeah, sounds reasonable.
Well, I think it's shameful when one who is so obviously talented goes and squanders his gifts in this fashion. Extremely talented. Brilliant, in fact. Look at this line, Cal, right here and then here. Well, it is something. Look, Lucille, everything is just the same except the serial numbers.
Reverend.
And there's no harm in looking.
So what, you only made a couple, right?
Yes, but then I haven't had much time to work on them. I've been awfully busy with this darn air conditioner.
Put that down. How much time did you do?
2 years for writing checks.
Is that where you picked this up?
You don't just pick it up, you're born with it.
There you go.
So you just got the tools and polished your technique.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. But I'd work much better with one place of operation.
You mean right here, with us?
That's right. And we'd all profit from it. You need the money, don't you?
Oh!
Calvin, there is something in what he said.
Look, wait a minute, everybody. Just wait a minute. Now, we've got to decide something. Now, I can turn him in, or I can send him on his way, and we can pick up right where we left off.
Honey, this is where we left off.
Baby, this is a capital offense. Now, I don't want you to have to go to prison.
Oh, where do you think that you and I have been for the last few months? Calvin, I'm ready for a change. A little hope.
Maybe he was sent to show us the way.
Yeah, maybe he was, Reverend. You know, maybe he was, and that's what bothers me.
Perhaps this is God's way of rewarding us for all our
I'm
suffering.
not worried about God. I'm worried about the government.
To hell with the government. They don't give a damn about us.
He's right, Calvin.
But I care about you and you.
We don't need anybody else. We can make up our own rules.
Well, some of these schemes have worked.
Well, it's not as though we're hurting anybody. And it's not going to last forever. We're going to be all right.
You're damn right we are. That young man is better than American Express.
Favorite better than Blackfish.
Yeah, but he's almost too good to be true. but he isn't family.
He is now.
Look, baby, if this is what you want, then I'm with you.
It's what we need, and you know it.
Then I think we stand a chance.
Chance just arrived in the figure of that boy there. He's brought us hope. Let's back him.
All right.
Parker. Well, all right now. This will take some time. We'll put any money that comes in into a communal treasury and draw our percentage from that.
Yeah, what would be our cut?
25% apiece.
What?
Yeah.
No. Sorry.
But I'd provide the housing.
Just figure I take 50% off of every bill I make.
Oh, well, now that's not going to leave us with very much,
Well,
is it?
now you're only runners. You can't make this money.
Yeah, well, the way we figure it, without us, you can't either. Parker, we will offer you a place to work in quiet surroundings, in return for which you will keep 40% of each bill, and we will take 60 divided equally between ourselves.
Sorry.
Parker, you've already turned this hotel into a factory for the production of illegal currency. You never told one of us about it.
Yeah, isn't much of a hotel, Reverend. Excuse my saying so.
You're right. I always meant to fix it up and make it nice for people. If I had some money, I could do something. Maybe I could save this place.
Look, we're all broke, Parker. You're a talented boy. Have you ever thought of applying your talents where they might do someone some good?
Listen, I don't need very much, just enough to get back on the road.
Now, we're all taking a risk here.
All we want is a second chance.
People are...
I take 50% of the first 50 bills and 40% after that.
It's a deal.
Congratulations.
Okay. And what do you want us to do?
All right, now, first, we closed the hotel. No one else admitted.
Well, that won't be a problem, right, Reverend?
What else?
We'll need a car.
I've got a car.
Well, so's Calvin.
Mine's going to be fixed.
Next, all you're going to have to start opening bank accounts, some even in different states. One person goes in, opens the account. The other person comes in later, changes the $1,000 bill. It's safer that way.
How can we do that?
By having what's called power of attorney in joint accounts. And the only way to have that is to incorporate. We become a non-profit tax-exempt organization.
I like the sound of that.
Incorporate? What for?
Because we don't want the federal government snooping around asking us where all our money's coming from.
In other words, we invent our own financial resources.
This is getting so complicated.
The more complex it is, the safer we are. I've had some experience with tax write-offs. We're going to have to come up with a name for the organization.
You know,
I've always wanted to start an Appalachian Relief Fund.
I think you just did. Does that sound all right? Sure. Okay, now, in order to file for the exemption, we have to list officers. I nominate Reverend Rader as president.
Sure, I second it.
You should be president.
I'm the treasurer.
Well, being as how you are our spiritual leader, Reverend, I think you should take the job.
President? Of the Appalachian Relief Fund.
I suggest Lucille as vice president, Calvin as secretary. All in favor?
Shit, I don't want to be secretary.
All in favor?
Aye, that's carried.
All right, now, next we have to nominate a chairman of the board, and that has to be somebody else.
Well, we don't have anybody else.
I nominate Sandy.
I second it. All in favor?
All right. What happens? I mean, supposing that this scam is going to work.
Oh, it'll work.
Oh, it's got to.
What happens, I mean, after all the money is in?
Oh, well, then we'll dissolve the corporation.
And we'll all have gotten just what we wanted.
Yeah.
Agreed?
That's right.
Now, as my first function, I would like to propose a toast to the President of the United States, who has asked us not to trust him, rather to trust ourselves to better days.
Better days. May we all get what's coming to us.
Major funding for this program was provided by the Pennsylvania Public Television Network. Additional funding was provided by the Pennsylvania Council on the Arts.
us, okay?
Lucille.
Well, damn it, he should be here by now.
5 o'clock.
It can't be.
According to my new watch, it is.
What?
In Tokyo, it is 7 a.m. the next day. In Moscow, it is 1 a.m.
Did you try to be helpful?
Parker's got new cowboy boots. Yes, I know. We're in the money. We're in the money. Shh.
Paul.
Lucille, Sandy and I will pray quietly. Would you care to join us?
All he had to do was park the car, go in, cash the checks, and get out. He should be here by now. He said he would be here by now.
Calvin will be home soon. Isn't that right, Sandy? Sandy?
Thanks a lot, Reverend.
Well, I'm having a hard time controlling him.
Jesus.
Here he comes, Jesus. Tell him what you want. Jesus on the main line. Tell him what you want.
Give it up, hope.
Jesus on the main line. Tell him what you want.
Welcome back. Let's
Just call him up and tell him. Sandy and I were praying for you, Calvin. God bless you all.
It's in 5.
George.
I did it. It was perfect.
Good work, Cal. Oh, come on, Parker. No one can see us.
You didn't have any problems with it.
No problems. In fact, the lady told me to have a nice day.
Well, I can see you took her advice.
Oh, no, I only had a couple on the way home.
I don't like your habits, Cal.
We don't want you doing this sort of thing anymore. Now, you could have had an accident with the car.
Something could happen, Cal. You might end up blowing the scam.
Blowing the scam? Did he just say blowing the scam? Reverend, where'd you learn to talk like that?
We were worried about you, that's all.
Hey, it just hit me. We're a gang.
We're not a gang. We're a tax-exempt organization. No, he's right. We're a gang. Look at us. We're a gang.
Yours and Calvin's. Count it. Make sure it's right.
Gotta take care of some household expenses.
Yours is all here.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Little wheel spinning in, big wheel turn around, around. A little
Hey, Lucille. You notice anything different about me?
You combed your hair.
Yeah. Reverend,
Yes, Cal.
how much would you charge to perform a marriage?
Well, Cal. Let's see. I haven't done one of those in years.
I mean, you do have the authority now, don't you?
He can show you his license.
No, I mean, I just wanted to know.
Cal, this is a special thing. It would have to be a very simple ceremony. Back at the tabernacle, my congregation is damn near dried up. There's just me and Oscar now, and he only comes because he likes to play the organ. You people, you're my congregation.
Why don't we leave Oscar out of this? Huh? Now, what about it?
Well, in your case, I don't think I'd even... For an oil tycoon, $500.
Hey, come on.
Well, no, I think maybe 35. 250. 60. 100. $75. That's a deal. What's it going to be, Cal?
Well, I don't know. She doesn't even know yet.
Oh, you let me know when the time comes. I will, Reverend, I will.
Okay, who's hungry?
I'll help you out, ma'am.
Hey, Raider, where's my cut? Sandy, you don't get a cut. What's this shit?
Paul, knock it off.
Sandy, you and I will share. Well, I'm only chairman of the goddamn board. Sandy, I don't like your language. Do you want to go back into the shop? At least there, I knew when I was getting screwed.
Raider, what do you think this is? The Ed Sullivan Show?
Come on, take it easy, Parker.
There's gonna be trouble.
It's getting on my nerves.
I'm sorry, Parker. Say you're sorry, Sandy. Sandy.
Lucille?
Is this it? I mean, I never actually saw you make one before.
This is it. This is how it's done. I forgot my pens. Would you...
Oh, Cal, get him his equipment.
Now, the top one here is the master, and the one below it is the copy.
That one looks like it's almost finished.
That means it's almost worth something.
If you build his kingdom,
Tell me what you want.
I don't like to be watched.
Oh, I never saw pens like this before.
They're handmade. Plate engravings I use can only do so much. The finer points I have to fill in by using these little guys. Fraction of a stroke at a time. Yeah. This little light of mine. I'm gonna let the ice sing too. Helps me to concentrate. I'm gonna let it shine.
Well, I don't know very much about Grover Cleveland, but he's been very good to us.
Well, he was our 22nd president, first elected in 1884 and re-elected in 1892. He got married in the White House to a 21-year-old girl. About all anyone knows about him. Except for this one curious little thing. He had cancer of the mouth, so part of his left jaw was taken out and a rubber one was put in its place, but the deception was so perfect. Right, no one could tell the difference.
Yeah.
So I'm just continuing the job that old Grover started on himself. And I always begin with one short stroke on his counterfeit jaw. And this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
Dear Lord, bless this food we are about to receive and keep us ever mindful of the needs of others. And bless Parker Smith and the First National Bank of Pittsburgh and the Citizens Bank of Scranton and the Consolidated Trust of Carbondale, Pennsylvania. Amen.
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 Come join us, Parker. Oh, Lucille, this looks wonderful.
Smoked Virginia ham, boy. We haven't seen this for a long time, right, Calvin?
That's right.
I'm gonna let it.
Ooh.
What you got there, Cal? Another manual?
That's right.
Well, suppose if you can't make it as a private detective, you better try something else, huh?
I haven't given that up.
Good for you.
No, thank you, baby.
I've lost a tooth.
What, just now? Does it hurt?
No, it came out this morning. It's never happened to me before. Here.
Thank you, Reverend. You may put it away now.
What are you going to do with it, Reverend?
The secret.
What's this one about?
Earn big money in the growing field of home appliance repair. Are you going to stick with this one?
Maybe.